สวัสดีครับ Greetings from Bangkok once again. During the last days of the month of 2026, the 31st of May of this year is the day in commemoration of the birth, the enlightenment, and the passing away of Lord Buddha, the former Prince Siddhartha of a small kingdom in the northern part of India more than 2,500 years ago. So it's now the time for reflection of one of the greatest human beings on earth, Prince Siddhartha, who has become the Buddha, the enlightened one, the one who has discovered the truth and the reality of the universe, of the life of the whole universe. From my point of view, Prince Siddhartha is like a Superman, one of the greatest individuals of mankind, for the fact that in his observation about life, with birth, sickness, old age, and death, he did ask himself why such things do occur, and whether we would be able to overcome all of these changes in the nature of life and in the very existence of mankind, of the universe, of the world as a whole. His spirit of inquiry is a reflection that he has a scientific mind to pose a question and to seek answers. So he left his palace, the affluence of the palace life, for a life of a commoner in search of the truth and reality, in search of the answers to overcome the sufferings, the uncertainty, the instability of life. And he went about learning from the teachers, the gurus of the day, experimented on the teachings for a period of 6 years with the utmost efforts. But he did not really find the answer. He rejected the extreme way of life, self-mortification or self-indulgence, but to find a path to lead to the overcoming of the sufferings and the uncertainty of life. And he succeeded in obtaining the answer that to overcome the suffering and uncertainties of life and the cycle of life and death, one has to practice 3 things: a life of morality, of high ethical standards. The Bali language is called sila. Then one has also to find quietness and tranquility within oneself, within the mind. The samadhi, the contemplation or the concentration, a daily reflection of one's life and behavior. And third, to develop wisdom about life on how to conduct and to control oneself. Sin, Samadhi, Panya, moral conduct, internal inspection of the mind, and the pursuit of wisdom are the three pillars or a path for one's to get one's out of this predicament of the uncertainty of life. His teaching is non-discriminatory, is open to all. Whatever religious beliefs, whatever one's inclination and so on. His teachings, his handbook of life is open for all to come and learn, to think, to contemplate, to reflect, and to experiment. And he is, in a sense, a very revolutionary indeed, because during his time, there was the prevalence of the beliefs in the gods, God, in the spiritual beings and so on. A lot of religious beliefs at that time were infested with rituals and animal sacrifices and so on. He was a revolutionary in his thinking and in his teaching, but not in the sense of confrontation and conflict, not warmongering. He goes about telling the world about his discovery in a very peaceful, non-violent manner. He did not confront, he did not challenge, he did not take up the fight. He just simply said, come and see, hear, reflect, and experiment with his teachings. A peaceful, revolutionary figure, no confrontation, no disdainfulness of the contemporary beliefs and practice and the rituals of the time. It is a very liberal thinking indeed, open to all, non-discriminatory. Whether you are a prince, a priest, a merchant, or any ordinary commoners, even slaves, can access to his teachings and liberate themselves from the predicaments of life. And he is a great humanist in the sense that he believes in the human ability to liberate itself from sufferings. Human beings do not have to be dependent on the gods, on the natures, on the ghosts, and all of this. Human beings can be and have the ability to be dependent on themselves, to be liberated from the sufferings of life, from the uncertainty of life. Prince Siddhartha is a great humanist, believing in human ability to overcome his own problem. That is one of the greatest teachings. Believing in the human ability to liberate itself without antagonizing the various beliefs on the afterlife, on the heaven and hell, on crime and punishment, but only on the principle of cause and effect, that whatever you do to yourself, by yourself, you will receive the consequences. no gods, no spiritual beings, and so on to come and reward or punish you. You are the punisher and the rewarder of your own action. And you can act in a moralistic way to liberate yourself. And for everyone to keep on examining oneself every day as much as possible, to have a life of moderation, a life in full control of oneself, a life that harms no other, a life that could be contributive to the community, to the nation, and to the humanity as a whole. So on this Visakha or Visakha Bucha day, it's time for reflection and also a time for a renewal and a new beginning. Lead a life of morality. Have self-introspection every day as much as possible. And think about life in a positive manner, of contributing to the collective happiness of the others, not to trespass, but to contribute to the common good of humanity as a whole. So let us all make a move towards a life of morality and conducive conduct unto the others. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณมากครับ